guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to be doing a deep dive into the Black Forest horse that is coming to Star Stable on November 12th. So the first part of the video, I'm going to be showing you and telling all about the Black Forest horse in real life, all the details and need to know things about it. And then in the second half of the video, I'm going to show you everything that Star Stable has said so far about the breed coming to the game. They did put out a new blog today that had a lot of interesting sneak peeks about it, so there's quite a lot to go over today. So for starters, this is a light to medium draft horse from the Black Forest of southern Germany. Who would have guessed that the Black Forest horse was from the Black Forest? Could have fooled me. They are almost always varying shades of chestnut with flaxen mane and tail, but a few other solid colors like bay, gray, or black are occasionally found. The chestnut coats can be anything from very pale to very dark. Like, just to look at the really dark ones, you would think they're almost like solid black, but what makes them stand out is they have a light or silver mane usually. Originally meant for agriculture and forestry work since the 15th century, they used to have a pretty steady population, but as of the last few decades, they have been considered endangered, with only 88 stallions reported in 2019. They can be as tall as 16 hands high or as short as 14.3 hands, with around 15 hands being the typical. Although small by draft horse standards, they are typically heavier and more muscled than an average horse. So the FEI website describes them as being like a small Norriker or a big Halflinger, and I agree with that, but I've also always thought of them as being similar to a Gypsy Vanner because they have like that standout mane and tail, and also they have like similar heavy compact builds. Breeders say if you're lucky enough to own or even just see a Black Forest horse in person, you'll find them to be gentle and friendly, which makes them a great family horse. They tend to be long-lived, healthy, and easy keepers too. So I like this breed a lot for the most part. I love this drafty, muscled, like compact, stocky kind of horses. I love the little chunky foals. They're so cute. The only thing is that historically, like all my life, I've never liked these coat colors that they stereotypically are. Of course, there's exceptions, but I wasn't super excited about them just because of the coat color, even though I really like the way they're built. But for some reason this year, I guess it started around the time I was researching like the Rocky Mountain horse, I started to really like these coat colors and started to grow on me a lot, so now I'm not necessarily a fan of it, but I'm okay with it. Part of the reason that I think this color has grown on me is because on my way to work I pass this adorable little pony that has this color, so I think he's kind of influenced me subconsciously. Okay, so now on to the actual breed and what we know of it in the game. So Star Stable, just the same day that I'm recording this video, put out a game blog, which I will link in the description if you want to check it out. And the 3D artist and breed advisor for the Black Forest horse is the lady who wrote the article, and she gave us a really good sneak peek at the breed. So she starts by describing like this misty pine forest where the air smells of moss and rain and sunlight filters through the branches. And to her, that was part of the atmospheric like aesthetic and inspiration behind the breed, because that's what she associates with them, which I think is really cool. And she also says that for like their mane and tail styles and their overall look, that they were going for both practical and fairy tale. She also says that she was inspired by her real-life horse, who is actually an Irish cob, but he kind of looks like a Black Forest horse, like the vibe is the same, so I think he's really cute, and if that's where the inspiration was from, then I think we're in good hands. They say for the Black Forest horse, they wanted to highlight two signature traits, which is the iconic flaxen chestnut coat and the long flowing manes. And then the mane styles in the early concept art, I think they all look great. There's none of these that I think are ugly or that I'm questioning at all. I even really like the leaves in some of the hairstyles, especially the bottom right one. That is so like fairy tale princess horse. I can't even get over it. And then the other one next to it on the bottom left with the braids, I think that looks really good too. For the animations, they wanted to reflect a calm and free feeling, and the special trick is the player can hug their horse, which I think is absolutely adorable. They gave us two GIFs that are, I guess, intentionally the worst quality ever. They're gonna make us wait to see anything better, I guess, or we gotta wait for spoiler videos to come out, but I think it looks really good from what you can tell through the grainy, horrible GIF. The movements seem good. I think the hug is really cute, and I really like this coat color. It's one of the more uncommon lighter colors for this breed. The lighter chestnut, and of course it still has the flaxen mane and tail, and it looks like it has a little bit of roaning if you look closely. So what I was worried about when I first heard this breed was coming was that they would be too samey, because at a glance this breed does look a lot alike, because they do very much have a stereotypical range of colors, even though there is exceptions. So I was afraid that, being that the game usually gives us 7 or so coat colors of one breed at launch, I was worried that they might be too much the same and it just be overkill. But they do mention that they paid a lot of attention to subtle detail in the coats, and they tried to include as much variety as they can within the breed. Even between individuals of the same coat color, there will be some differences in like the tone and shine, and like even just the undertones of the coat can make the actual top color look completely different almost. I saved the best for last, and they did actually give us a full look at all 7 coat colors. And this is actually in high definition, and of course it loses quality when you zoom in, but this is actually a pretty good first look sneak peek at all of these horses. Just going by this preview, and of course we haven't seen them in spoilers actually moving yet, so it might change, but just from this, I think they all look excellent, and none of them stand out as looking bad to me, and also none of them stand out as like by far the best one either, because they all look really good. So the one on the right is such a light chestnut that it's almost palomino, and that's a color that I love in real life and in the game, but it's definitely less common in real life for this breed. The one on the left, very stereotypical of what you would think of for a Black Forest horse, and I do think this is the same horse that they posted originally on their Instagram when they announced the date the breed was coming. The middle row, also all stereotypical colors that you would think of, and sleigh after sleigh. They all look so good, but I think the middle one probably is my favorite. The darkest one there, very interesting, and it's like the contrast of it is so crazy, but it's beautiful, and I think it would look really good as like a winter horse. And then the last bottom row, maybe not my favorites, but I think definitely the most interesting and unexpected colors. I can definitely see both of these due to like the slight roaning, I think it is, being used as like senior horses and RPs. The grayish color one, I'm actually not sure what color that is. Like it looks smoky gray to me, but I know that's most likely not right. Like I'm sure it isn't. And then the other one, like light chestnut one, there's something about that one especially that it's standing out to me the most right now. As of the time that I'm filming, that's everything we know so far. We have to wait until November 12th to see any more, unless spoilers come out and you like to watch spoilers, which I do. And if you want to see spoilers, you can keep an eye on either CC Creations or SSO Secrets. They're the 2 channels that I like best for spoilers. We should be getting something from them any day now. So let me know in the comments what you think. Which one is your favorite? Which one do you think you're gonna get? What do you think you're gonna name it? All of that good stuff. Just leave a comment because it really helps the channel. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!